Long before kings ruled the Nile, when the world was young and the gods walked openly among humans, the mighty sun god Ra ruled the heavens and the earth. Every morning his blazing sun boat crossed the sky, flooding the world with golden light and warmth. Cities awoke beneath his radiance, and the Nile itself shimmered like a river of fire beneath his gaze. But time spares no one, not even a god. Ra had grown old. His bones trembled, his voice weakened, and sometimes the divine saliva fell from his mouth onto the sacred sands of Egypt. And among all the gods, one watched carefully: the wise and mysterious goddess Isis. Isis was not the strongest among the gods, but she possessed something far more dangerous. Her eyes, sharp as obsidian, missed nothing that happened in the heavens or on the earth. Intelligence, and she knew a secret. Every god possessed a hidden name, a secret name that contained their true power. If someone discovered that name, they could command the god himself. This sacred name was guarded more carefully than any treasure in the heavens. Only the god who carried it knew its sound. Isis wanted that power, not for greed, but to make her bloodline rule the universe. So she waited patiently, watching, listening, and planning. One day, when the weary Ra walked slowly across the earth, a drop of his divine saliva fell onto the sacred ground. The glowing drop shimmered in the sunlight like a tiny spark of living gold. It seemed to pulse with a light of its own, as if aware of the power it contained. It carried within it the very essence of a god, and somewhere nearby, watching with silent patience, stood Isis. She knew this small moment could change the fate of the heavens. Quietly, Isis approached the sacred sand. She gathered the divine saliva and mixed it carefully with the clay of the earth. Slowly, the strange mixture began to glow beneath her hands. Then she whispered ancient spells older than the pyramids, words of magic so powerful that even the wind seemed to fall silent to hear them. The clay twisted, it hardened, and slowly, a terrifying creature came to life. A magical serpent, not born of nature, but born of divine magic. Its dark scales shimmered with an unnatural glow, and its eyes burned like embers in the night. This was no ordinary creature. It carried the power to wound even Ra himself. Isis placed the serpent along the path where Ra walked every day. The creature lay perfectly still upon the sand, silent and deadly. Hidden among the shadows, Isis watched with calm, unshaken patience. Not a single grain of sand stirred, as if even the desert itself held its breath. Then she waited for the moment that would change the fate of the gods. Even the sun can be deceived by a goddess's cunning. When Ra passed that path, the serpent struck like lightning. Its fangs pierced the flesh of the sun god. For the first time since creation, Ra screamed. The heavens trembled at the sound of his agony. The poison burned through his divine body like fire through dry reeds, spreading with terrifying speed. Never before had any force dared to wound the ruler of the sun. The gods rushed to him in panic, their divine voices echoing across the skies. But none of them understood the poison. It was not of earth or of water. It was born from the very essence of Ra himself. Even Ra could not remove it, and for the first time, the mightiest god in the heavens felt helpless and vulnerable. The sky darkened as fear spread through the realms of gods and men alike. His golden light dimmed, flickering like a dying flame. The sky trembled, and darkness spread across the world, as if the heavens themselves feared the poison. Then Isis stepped forward, calm and unshaken, a quiet force amid chaos. "I may be able to cure you," she said softly. Ra groaned in pain, his voice trembling. "Then do it quickly." But Isis shook her head. "No spell can remove this poison, unless I know your true name." The world held its breath, for even a god's secret could be his undoing. The gods gasped. The secret name of a god was never spoken. It contained his eternal power. Ra tried to resist. He told Isis many names. "I am the creator of rivers, I am the maker of mountains. The heavens held their breath, every god watching in fearful silence as the sun god hesitated. But Isis remained silent. Those are only titles, she said. Tell me the name your mother whispered when you were born. The poison grew stronger, spreading through the very core of Ra. His golden light flickered violently as he collapsed to the sacred sands. His voice trembled with agony, echoing across the heavens like a mournful thunder. Even the Nile seemed to quiver beneath the weight of his pain, and the gods watched in helpless fear. The fate of the world teetered on the edge of darkness. Finally, the great Ra whispered his hidden name into Isis's ear, a name so powerful it had never been spoken in the universe, carrying the essence of creation itself. The poison instantly lost its grip, as if the heavens themselves obeyed the revelation. Isis lifted her hands, speaking a healing spell in words older than time, and the venom vanished, leaving Ra whole once more. A brilliant, golden light surged from him, brighter than the sun at its peak, filling the world with awe and reverence. Ra slowly rose again, his life restored, but the balance of power had changed forever, because now Isis possessed the secret name of the sun god. From that day onward, she became the greatest magician in all existence, and through her power, her son would one day rise to rule the gods, carrying the legacy of both wisdom and cunning. The heavens slowly returned to peace, golden light spreading across the Nile and deserts once more. Even the stars seemed to shimmer with quiet reverence, as if bowing to the new balance of power. A sense of calm settled over the world, but the memory of what had happened lingered like a whisper in the winds of eternity. But the other gods never forgot what had happened that day. They had witnessed something terrifying, not the power of strength, not the power of the sun, but something far more dangerous, the power of intelligence. Even strength and fire paled before the quiet, unyielding might of her mind. Whispers spread among the heavens. Even the mightiest felt a shiver of caution. And the woman who wielded it, Isis. Her calm gaze and cunning mind had shifted the balance of the cosmos forever. After that day, the power of the heavens quietly shifted. The mighty sun god Ra continued to sail across the sky each day, bringing light to the world. But deep within the halls of the gods, everyone knew something had changed forever. The secret name of Ra was no longer hidden. It now belonged to the most cunning goddess in existence, Isis. With that secret knowledge, her magic became unmatched among the gods. And through her wisdom and power, the destiny of her bloodline would shape the future of Egypt itself. And so, my friend, this ancient myth reminds us of something extraordinary. In the world of the gods, strength could shake mountains. Fire could light the heavens, and the sun itself could rule the sky. But in the end, the greatest power of all was something far quieter, wisdom. And the goddess who proved it was none other than Isis. As the legend fades into the sands of time, if this ancient tale of Ra and the cunning magic of Isis fascinated you, let the story travel further. Like the video, share the legend, and subscribe to join us on the path of forgotten myths, because many powerful stories are still waiting to be awakened.